The Adventures of Man Sponge and Boy Patrick in E.V.I.L. versus the I.J.L.S.A. Chapter 6. The I.J.L.S.A. Wow! The Mermalair! SpongeBob marveled as he, Patrick, Sandy, and Squidward followed Mermaid Man into the headquarters of Bikini Bottom's most famous action heroes. It was full of crime-fighting gadgets, inventions, and devices, not to mention the smell of justice wafting through its halls. They walked past a row of costumes, each one enclosed in its own glass case. These costumes belong to the original International Justice League of Super Acquaintances, explained Mermaid Man. Wow! The I.J.L.S.A. were the most heroic heroes ever! And you had the best lunchbox, too, SpongeBob said to Mermaid Man. The I.J.L.S.A. did more than just look good on a lunchbox. We were an unstoppable team of crime-fighting equals. Equals? Patrick perked up. You mean, like, nobody was a flunky? That's right, Peter, Mermaid Man replied. And you all took turns driving the boatmobile? Asked Patrick. He caught SpongeBob a knowing look. Right again, Pedro. We were a team, said Mermaid Man. Why, I remember this one time. Mermaid Man thought back to the famous bank heist that the I.J.L.S.A. had thwarted. Mermaid Man and his fellow super acquaintances, the Quickster, Captain Magma, the Elastic Waistband, and Miss Up Here, were all gathered at the Mermalair when the phone rang. Ring, ring. Oh, get it, said Mermaid Man, picking up the receiver. Hello? Oh, hey there, Chief. What's that you say? A robbery? Not to worry, we'll be right there. Mermaid Man hung up. Super acquaintances, to the invisible boatmobile! The super friends ran through the Mermalair to the secret cavern where they kept their boat. Mermaid Man was the first to arrive. He unlocked the invisible boatmobile and held open the door for his crime-fighting companions. After you, he said. No, after you, said the Quickster. No, after you, Mermaid Man replied. Really, I insist, the Quickster said. Don't be silly, we're all equals here, Mermaid Man pointed out. Then, ladies first, the Quickster said to Miss Up Here. Oh no, I couldn't, Miss Up Here replied. After you, Captain Magma. I think the waistband should go first, Captain Magma said. No, after you, said the Elastic Waistband. 5 minutes later, the super acquaintances had finally piled into the invisible boatmobile. They took off, headed for Bikini Bottom National Bank. When they got to the scene, they saw 2 criminals running out of the bank with bags of money. All stop them! cried Mermaid Man. Unless you want to, Waistband. No, no, said the Elastic Waistband. You go right ahead. Are you sure? Asked Mermaid Man. I'm positive, unless it's Magma's turn. I just thwarted a crime yesterday, Captain Magma replied. Really, it's up to the Quickster to keep our streets safe. I wouldn't feel right, said the Quickster. No one Miss Up Here is just as worthy as I am. Oh, stop your sweet talk, Quickster, Miss Up Here chuckled. Well, someone needs to stop them, cried an innocent bystander. You're right, said Mermaid Man. Super acquaintances, unite! The Quickster used his super speed to run circles around the thieves. He ran so fast that he made them dizzy. Next, Miss Up Here turned herself invisible. She sneaked up to the dizzy bandits and slipped the money bags out of their hands. They never even saw her coming. What's going on? Asked the first villain, scared. I don't know, his partner in crime answered. Oh, forget the money. Let's get out of here, man. The criminals made a break for it, but Mermaid Man pelted them with water balls. Then the elastic waistband used his amazing powers of ela- elasticity, to stretch himself into a long, thin rope. He wrapped himself around the criminals and kept them tied up until the police arrived. Once again, the super acquaintances had saved the day. That's incredible, said SpongeBob when Mermaid Man had finished his story. It sure is, Mermaid Man agreed. And now I'm giving you the chance to join me and form a new league of super acquaintances. He touched a button and lowered the glass cases surrounding the costumes. Now who's with me? Stay tuned for Chapter 7 coming up soon.